And as Gene mentioned, in goal for Philadelphia will be Phil Meir with a sparkling 1.85 average with 1 shutout. He's yet to be defeated in the playoffs. And for the Islanders, Billy Smith, 2.65 average with 1 shutout, 12 wins and 3 losses.
Tied at 1 from the Nassau County Veterans Coliseum. Goring and Lynchman, the puck drawn back to the Islander default. Jimmy Watson swings along his own right wing board. Gets past his man and through to Lynchman at center ice with prop against Potvin. Inside Potvin, offensive right wing corner at the side of the net, a stuffer. And Billy Smith slides past both of them in the neutral zone. Lorimer on the near side gives the puck away to Holmgren. He's going in on a break, but the prop pass led him by half a stride too soon. And now comes Billy Barber. Up on the left wing, through to Hill. Hill to Leach. He's got the Clark in front. Shot in on the net. And Billy Smith has popped up in front, knocked it behind, off the side of the Twining, and now we get a high stick into the Flyers zone off the skate. And here comes Lintzman on there now, as Leach again has trouble controlling at center. Through in the far wing. It'll be a delay offside, taken off as Born up ice to Hennings. Hennings in on the left circle drive. He scores!
The Flyers had all 4 defenders, almost 5, all the way over on the left side of the ice. The pass came over to Lorne Hennings, who took a long slap shot. Miller was well out, but couldn't get his pads closed in time. And the Islanders have opened up a 1-0 lead on the shorthanded goal by Lorne Hennings. For Hennings, it's his 3rd of the playoffs.
And all 3, and the Flyers come out. Gorence at center with Hill on his left. 2-on-3 at the Islander line. Drops to Daly. In. Shot. Right in on net on the deflection by Gorence. And Billy Smith had to be equal. And he was.
Gorence deflect the puck past Billy Smith. But a good play by the Flyers. And Daly moving up very quickly to get the good low shot right through Potvin. Gorence touched it a little bit. Smith had to sprawl with his pad spread and made an excellent save.
Takes the bump. Does Busnick, but the Flyers come back. Gorence avoids the check, takes it into the zone, does Bridgman on the near side, flips it behind the net as Persson takes a run at Bridgman. It is Hill in front to Gorence. By himself, he goes to shoot. It's blocked off the Hill, a drive, open net, another shot, and we're going to have a penalty against... Got a Flyer penalty. As up ice comes Lorimer. Left wing, he's got Tonelli going right in front. A shot by Merrick, blocked off. And finally, Bob Myers, the referee. The 3 penalties call in the game, the first to Philadelphia. Puck at the feet of Trottье, didn't find it. And it's Bob Daly looking up ice to Clark. Right wings to Leach. 1-on-1 with Persson. Shot! And Billy Smith made the save on the Flyer penalty as Dennis Potwin now starts up through at center ice. Finds an opening against Dupont. Going to go right on in. Shot! Save! Rebound! Score!
Came right up through the middle as he made an excellent move around Dupont. Came in with the first shot. There made the save, but the rebound came right back to Potvin. And he went right in, following all the way up, and it just picked it and flipped it up over a fallen Phil Meir. And the Islanders have gone up. Key to the success of the Islanders in the playoffs, and he is the one who picked up the 2nd goal on the power play. He made a fine move by Dupont to take a good wrist shot. He's used that wrist shot quite a bit, much like Rick McLeish.
Side gets it back to the point, now to center, and Goring struck it at the foot race. Goring's going to win it against Daly. He's in, drive, and Meir with a right shoulder on the right side. Will finally poke up ice. Barber's alone. Here comes Born, going right on in, drive. Meir that gets the save as he was on the inner portion of the Flyers' defensive.
The Flyers have had so many opportunities, or the Islanders rather, all alone on Phil Meir. Goring had a good shot, and Phil Meir had to make an excellent glove save with his blocking mitt. Break away and get the shot away on Meir, who covered up in the 5-hole and hung on for the face-off. But the Flyers are very sloppy on their power play.
All right, Clark on with Hill and Leach. 2nd power play, but with a 2-man advantage. They already lead 2-0. They have Bossi out there with Gillese, Trottье, Persson, and Dennis Potvin. Bossi at the point. Going in right in front. Tip shot. Score by Trottьe.
Well, the Islanders are 2 for 2 on the power play, as Bryan Trottье had all the time in the world as he received the pass from Bossi and Potvin. He was all alone, and Phil Meir didn't shoot the puck right away, waited for Meir to go down, and then when Meir tried to get up, there was a small opening, and Trottьe fired it home. It is now 3-0 New York. Bryan Trottьe from Mike Bossi and Dennis Potvin.
Islanders are now 7 for 16 against Philadelphia in the playoffs.
And now he just picked it up, and Mir had to try and make the move as he expected the shot come right away, but Trottье very wisely held on.
Islanders on the advantage for another minute 16 as the Flyers trail right up the middle. Going against Jimmy Watson. Going right in. Puts the shoot, open net, and he had Mir down. Had a goal, and they're going now on their third power play attempt. Potwin on the near side through to Gilles. Into the zone. Back passes to Bossi. Bossi's going to go right on in. Shot, score!
Short-headed goal is now giving him a 4-0 lead. Gilles back passing the puck to Bossi. Burke read it but couldn't control Bossi as he came to the top of the circle and lit a low shot that beat Mir to the short side right along the ice. Just inside the goal post. Mike Bossi scoring for the Islanders is now 4-0.
Now they've got Nystrom up in the right wing. Turning speed on Jimmy Watson. Cuts right in front. Backhand shot. He's taken down and gets his own rebound and the puck up through to Lintzman on the near side. At the Islander line. Drops to Prop. Prop's got Holmgren breaking for the net. Make that Gorentz, and Gorentz was pulled down and was hurt. And he may have gotten that stick in there from Lorimer. Out from the far side of the ice, Bob Myers unable to clearly see what happened. But Tommy Gorentz, who was stick checked in there by Lorimer.
Knocked off by Matt DiPaolo, and he's over getting, but it was Gorentz, or pardon me, Nystrom, just whacked at Tommy Gorentz to the side of the...
Scoring on the right circle, get a shot on Mir, wide of the short side, and ricochets back to the point where Potvin whistles one in. Rebound by Gilles, a shot. Rebound by Potvin is blocked in front. All of that is an opportunity play. Control, does into the offensive left wing corner. Back to the left point to Barber. Right side pass to Daly. Drive on the net, and Smith left-handed glove save, and he hangs on for the stoppage of play. Up through from Barber at center ice. Rink wide pass to Daly. Back to Barber over the line. Left circle drive, and Billy Smith gets that one right to Bridgmän. And through to Gorentz at center. He has trouble holding it. Goes left wing to McLeish. Toward the net to Gorentz. He's in. Shot. Rebound Bridgmän. And he shot it over the top of the net from Tonelli and can't. Then it's stripped by Daly from Tonelli to Lintzman over the line on the near side. Rink wide pass. Prop is in. He's got Kelly in front. Tip shot. It was blocked by Billy Smith as the pass was deflected. Kelly in front. He shot. Billy Smith comes in and struck off his stick beautifully at the last second as we go end to end. Puck at the blue line. Potvin into the circle. Trailer playing a shot. In on net. Beautiful play off the stick by Merrick. Drive from the blue line. Save. Rebound in front. And it's tipped wide. Back to the left point. Dennis Potvin. Toward the net. Nystrom tips it in on the net. Beautiful save. Off the initial drive by Merrick. Top of the play. Line comes Goring. Goring as he's got a man shooting for the net. That was Gilles. The line to Ben. Toward the net. Blocked off. Islanders in front. Merrick has the backhand. Now he's got a force out. Oh, it hit the side of the net. Got in by Bossi. Rink wide pass. Howitt has got a man at the side of the net. Trottье right out in front. It's not a rebound. Oh, Howitt didn't go in. Second shot by Bossi. The offensive right wing corner to Tonelli. Tonelli slowed down and grabbed and taken off the play by. Now we got a fight in front. Busnick and Bobby Nystrom.
Nystrom and Busnick came together in front of the net, and Nystrom's throwing most of the punches as Busnick's trying to tie him up. Nystrom's got that right hand free and has really laid the right hands on Mike Busnick. They both came together in front of Phil Mir, and they dropped
back to the left point, and it goes right through Gordy Lane as the penalties are over. Ben Wilson and Persson come out, and they're even at full strength. Now Hill steals from Wilson. Going right on in. Shot! Oh, saved by Smith.
He was able to get the glove on. Wilson knocking the puck free. Al Hill just quickly pounced on the loose disc and came in with a good low shot. But it was the glove trailing Billy Smith that had stopped the puck and landed up in behind his pad. Smith didn't realize he
Watson out of the game with an injury. Are down to two defensemen, Daly and DuPont. So Barber isn't just out there as a Born steals. Going to go right in on Mir. Backhand shot on the save, and now we're going to have the penalty. To the near side, cleared back to the point. Bossi looks to the net. Trying to find a man, goes to the side. There's Trottье in there, a shot, and Mir beat them.
He has to make that big save. It's almost a 4-on-4 with the goaltender in there. He's the one that has to get those clear shots, and Mir's been doing that very well. Trottьe especially. As he waited and waited, he beat Mir on one shot the first period when he waited and got it by, but Mir was quicker this time, expecting that little hesitation by the Islander forward.
Well, Philadelphia will use with it up to Clark, and he tried to hit Wilson at center, but it's picked off there by Persson. Through on the left side. Gilles is going to get a left circle whistler. Score!
While the Islanders have scored their fourth power play, Clark Gilles with a blistering drive from between the circles and the blue line, just inside the far goal post to Phil Mir's left. And the Islanders have opened up a 5-0 lead. 4 straight power play goals by the Islanders have given them that.
The flyer line broken up there. Down goes Goranson. Over the line comes Howard offside. He runs into Ben Wilson, and there's a challenge there. And they all gather in along the Islanders player bench far side.
McElhargy and Gordy Lane are going at it. McElhargy is really letting some right hands on Gordy Lane. He hasn't been able to throw a punch, but Lane came in to make sure that Ben Wilson and Gary would have no upper hand over Gary Howard, but then McElhargy and Lane went at it. Dropped their gloves, and McElhargy threw nothing but right hands on Gordy Lane, and Lane had just pushed up McElhargy against the boards. It's a similar fight that Howard, or that Nystrom had with Busnick. Busnick wasn't able to throw a punch.
Knocks it out on the far boards, and New York gets it up to Born. One-on-one with Barber. Barber playing the defense. Born got inside. He's right on in. Shot. Save. Beautiful one by Merritt. We're going to have a penalty.
Bobby Born with that good speed. Speed is such a factor. You have to really respect it. This time he got the shot away after he took the shot.
Barber just devastating to Philadelphia. Puck in the corner, taken off by Bossi, straight away to Person. To Potvin, a shot, score!
Beat near high on the glove side as the puck. Faceoff was won by Clark into the corner, and they couldn't control it. Then quickly it was fed out to Person, who fed it over to Potvin, who used Daly as a screen. And his high shot eluded Phil Meredith. It's now 6-0 Islanders as they get their 5th straight power play goal.
10 for 18. Incredible.
17:25 is the time of the goal. Stefan Persson will pick up 1 assist.
And it's going to be, I believe, against the Islanders. Nystrom for taking down Prop. Now they pull out Mir toward the net. Shot by Prop. He's taken down, and now the call is going to be made. And I think it's Nystrom. And in there is Lintzman, and in there is Ben Wilson, and along with Busnick.
And Kelly, Nystrom really went after Brian Prop a couple of times. He knocked him down, went after him, and cross-checked him down up around the blue line.
Clark looking for a breaker right in front. Tries to go to lead. Shot off the side of the net by Daly. As Billy Smith board. And onto the stick of Merrick at center ice. Pass Hill. Merrick in the zone. Tonelli in. Shot. Save by Mir, and he falls on the rebound to his right with 15. Bossi steals from Daly. Centering pass off the stick of Ben Wilson. The puck man. Right shot. Save. And Mir got the rebound. That popped off his pads in front of him.
Especially not by a big margin. And when that happens, you try to vent some steam anywhere you can, but Mir getting that shot in the breadbasket, and then
the outlet pass is center, stolen by Ben Wilson. Into the zone, tries to cut into the middle of Clark. Shot, and Billy Smith the rebound. Hand pass right back to Daly. Screen shot as he went Busnick, and it's Kelly with Leach and Clark. And the Islanders go with Howard, as now Howard has come on in front to Clark. A shot, he scores! Bobby Clark, and it's 6-1.
Defensively, but he has been scoring goals for Philadelphia, and a good play by Leach just knocking it through. Clark very wisely knocked it down with a hand and just chipped it through Billy Smith as it bounced between his arm and his leg, and the Flyers get their first goal.
All right, for Clark, it'll be his 7th. We'll wait for the assist at 9:28. The Islanders, Potvin gets right past Gorans, but falls. The Flyers back Gorans and Hill over the line. Gorans has a stick lifted and shot through the screen of Lorimer right off. 2-on-2 at the Islander line. Bridgman loses control, but fights for it along the left wing side in front to Prop. He took a shot blocked. They get it back to the point. Busnick lines up, shot, score! And we had a raised hand. A penalty was going
Bridgman had the pass. He got in there, and Landsman took it away, and then Ken Morrow took Mel Bridgman out at the side of the net. And Landsman took out Prop, but Mike Busnick's low shot from the point beat Smith to the stick side, and the Flyers have gotten their 2nd goal of the game. Mike Busnick.
Finally, Philadelphia. Leach gets it, tries to lift it out. Potvin keeps it in at the point, tries to roll it in the board. There's a drive, and Mir the save, rebound. A shot over the top of the net by Bossi.
Cup finals to throw in the towel, and Gorans rather came right in, and he did have Billy Smith beaten, but that quick shot rolled a little bit.
Try to go back to Wilson at the point. Tied up in the corner comes to Bridgman. Trailing play in front to Barber. Shot! Oh, it hit the post. Off the kicks free to the near side. Bob Daly goes in deep. Throws it in the net and right to the side of Smith. Lintzman made the save. It comes in front. Backhander. That was blocked. Lintzman a shot. Hit the post. To go after after Sutter rubbed his hand in his face. It was a challenge. And there he goes. He challenges right after Sutter.
Well, something had to happen, Gene. It sure broke out now because Ben Wilson went around the outside. He's got Sutter down on the ice, but there's a great big pile of players. And I'm sure there'll be 2 or 3 of his teammates
there with 5 seconds. Nakalagi swings out to the left, just bumps at the second, and the game is over. And the Islanders have moved 1 step closer. The final score is the Islanders go up 2 games to 1 in the series. The Pepsi post-game show coming up next.